It really does suck that it takes for these types of scenarios to happen to men before men can realize that what women, like what women say or what they're saying is true. But I mean, at least he figured it out at some.
Dominican Republic for the summer, right? So my baby mother wanted to go to Dominican Republic for the summer, right? She wanted to go on a trip. I said, go ahead, give me the kids. I'll watch them for the summer. You go ahead and enjoy yourself, all right? So I'm in charge of my kids for the summer, which is cool. I usually pick my kids up on a weekend, or we usually spend a week together sometimes, whatever. Depends on however long they want to come spend time with me. We chill or whatever, but this time I have them for the whole summer. Let me tell y'all something. It is expensive taking care of children. And I feel bad because I used to tell my baby moms, like, you getting food stamps, it's easy for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different for me because I got to buy my food, you know what I mean?
You know why you didn't know how expensive kids were, sir? Because you weren't taking care of yours. You barely take care of them. Even you just admitted to it. You just, I'll pick them up on the weekend for a week here and there. Like pretty much at your discretion, you would take care of your kids, right? But you're not with them day in, day out. And that's why I get so frustrated when I talk to men about like rearing children. And I'm like, you guys aren't the fucking custodial parent. Who the fuck are you to talk about anything that women are doing with these babies? Y'all are not there. You don't even know. Listen to he's a fully grown ass man. He didn't know how expensive kids were. And this is what everybody be talking about that actually raises their fucking babies. I talk about this shit all the time. My babies are expensive outside of the things that they need. Just their what they do is expensive. I just took my son bowling. It was like $100 easily. It was like $100 easily. It was like $54 for the lane and the shoes. We got some fries and 2 sodas. It was like $100 total. We didn't even play any games or anything. We just bowled for an hour. It was an hour of bowling, 2 pairs of shoes, and some fries and some fucking sodas. It was damn near $100. Like, and I was just like on it. He was just like, "Yeah, Dad, I want to go do something." I was like, "All right, cool." And I'm not saying everybody spends that money, you know what I mean, or even is capable of doing that, but I'm just pointing out the fact that like whatever that is for your budget, we're doing that with our kids all the fucking time. We're entertaining them all the time. iPads, toys, clothes, snacks, knickknacks, whatever, events, sports. They just cost money. Kids just cost a bunch of money. Airbnb, you want to go to an Airbnb, you got to get another bedroom for your kid. You can't get 1 bedroom. You got 2 or 3 kids, there's 2 or 3 bedrooms. 2 bedrooms, whatever. You got 2 kids, you put them in 1 bedroom, you're in a bedroom. Now you got 2 bedrooms. You got 3 kids, you're probably getting 2 bedrooms, right? Like you got an apartment. Your apartment costs your rent by yourself would be $2,000. You got another bedroom, it's $2,700, it's $2,300, it's $2,400, $300 a year extra is $3,600 a year. $300 a month is $3,600 a year. What is that before taxes? That's another $5,000-$6,000 a year gross. That's $3,600 net, straight money that you spending out of your pocket. If you're making $50,000-$60,000 a year, another $6,000 a year is 10% of your income right off the rip, just for you to get one more. Like you guys aren't there. You don't know what it costs to actually raise children, and you're telling on yourselves. That's what I'm getting from this video. You're not involved in your kids' lives enough. I'm glad you can realize it now. Hopefully moving forward, you stop, saying weird shit to this woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope that's the result of this, but it's a problem that you're not there in your kids' lives, man.
And y'all getting food stamps, y'all ain't got nothing to worry about, blah, blah, blah. Y'all probably have, food for months on end. Y'all don't even spend all the money y'all get on food stamps. Let me tell you something, all right? My 2 sons, these little critters eat like the goddamn goblins. I thought it was a joke. I didn't know how serious it was. Yo, I wake up, this boy hungry. I feed him, he hungry again. 20 minutes later, he hungry again. 10 minutes later, he hungry again. Boy, I gave you pancakes. I gave you freaking a beef patty with cheese. I gave you a cheeseburger. I made French fries. I gave you crackers with cheese. You had donuts. You had Gushers. What the fuck? You had don't.
And then here's the thing. Not only does that stuff cost you money, but it costs you time, which is money, right? Because you have to be there to tend to them. Because when you're not there, they're hungry. They still, and they need that attention. So somebody has to be there. So that means the mom can't do the things that she wants to do. She can't make as much money as she wants to make. She can't go back to school and go get her license for this or go get her degree in that or whatever, because she has to be there for the kids, because the kids eat, because the kids need help with their homework. They just need they need a parent there. They need somebody to talk to. They need people to pay attention to them at all times so they don't hurt themselves. They don't burn down the house, whatever the case may be. Right? So it's not only the money at this point. Look at the energy, look at the effort that you're putting into raising your kid. Again, this is his first time having to do this. Admittedly, this is not me making this assumption. When he gets him, apparently when he gets him on the weekend or when he gets him for the week or whatever, like he says he does, he's not doing all of this. Apparently. I don't know what he's doing during that time, but apparently he's not doing it. That's what I'm saying. So it's obvious that there is a disconnect going on here. And the disconnect is men are not involved in the kids' lives. We just aren't. And though it may seem like we are, you may think you are, you're not, man. You're not doing shit. That's why I always say the best dad I know is not as good as a fucking average mother. Because I'm sure he thought before this he was a good dad. I'm 1,000% sure that prior to making this video, prior to this experience, he felt like he was an involved father, because he wouldn't have made this video otherwise. I promise you. He doesn't know how embarrassing this is. He doesn't know how telling this is. Yeah, I get them on a weekend and I get them for a week at a time. Okay. And you didn't know that they were expensive. You didn't know that they required all of this attention, this attentiveness. You didn't know that? What were you doing before then? So you're telling me that even on the weekends when you pick them up, they're not hungry? They don't want to eat every day. They don't want to eat all day with you. They only want to eat when they're with their mom? Interesting.
I made French fries. I gave you crackers with cheese. You had donuts. You had Gushers. What the fuck? You had Dunkaroos. By the time I went shopping and spent money on like half of the groceries we got, 2 days later, I had to go buy food again. Luckily, she gave me the damn food stamp card, and I blew through half of that already. I don't understand it, and I didn't know how real it was until now that I'm actually watching them, because usually when I have them for like a week or a weekend or whatever, I'll buy them food, and it's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's not that big of a deal. I don't really look at it. I don't pay it no mind because it's just a week. This time, it's almost like they appetite evolved because they know I'm watching them for the summer. So it's like now they just tearing up the goddamn house, eating everything in the whole house. I don't even eat. I can't even eat as much as I would like to because they eating up everything. They eating like the Tasmanian devils they are. I buy food, they want some of my food. I get snacks, they want some of my snacks. Anything I buy, they got to eat off of me. And you know what? To all the women that have kids and they have food stamp cards, I understand. It's important. It's imperative. These kids got to eat. You don't want your baby to go hungry. And my son will let you know he hungry. He'll tell you every damn minute, I'm hungry. And if you don't feed him, he gonna be a goddamn devil. So y'all, I get it. I understand. And I apologize to anybody who I've ever mocked before about getting food stamps. I understand that it's important, especially when you have kids. These kids got to eat. You got to feed these kids. It's imperative that they have food in their bellies. My kids do not play. They will cause a tantrum. They would cause a riot if I don't feed them. So, luckily, like I said, she let me hold the food stamp card, and now I understand why it was so important for her to have food stamps, These kids are monsters.
Mind you, the reason why he was talking shit about getting food stamps was because he was jealous that he wasn't getting food stamps. Listen, if you listen to what he said, Oh, I'm like, damn, you got food stamps. I bet you got food for months and da 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 da. Meanwhile, I gotta buy my own food and yeah, because it's just you. So you mean to tell me you don't have kids and you're struggling? You're a man, an able-bodied man, and you don't have kids. And I'm not saying, mind you, I know America is a setup and it's a trap. So this is not me talking shit. This is not a classist thing. I'm just saying, like, so you don't have, this is what I'm saying. You don't have kids. She has kids. She needs food stamps. I don't even know if that, I don't, to be honest with you, inherently, if you get food stamps, you're struggling. Just to be fair. You know, I'm saying on a regular, if you regularly getting are regularly getting EBT, you are struggling, right? Like that's, you know, there's insecurities there. It's not a knock. It just is what it is. That's the reality of it. Because what it takes to qualify for those programs, we all know, right? So the mother is struggling because of why? Because the father isn't giving the mother enough money to subsidize the children's needs. So the government needs to step in and help fill those gaps. And that same father, up until 3 minutes ago, was jealous of that. He was jealous of that. Wrap your brain around that. His kids, listen to what I'm saying. There's no reason for you to be jealous of that, especially when your kids are benefiting from it. How in the fuck can you even fix your lips to say some shit like, oh, before I was like, damn, she got food for weeks and da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, what? Those are your kids? And I don't care if my girl was running a scam and getting food. I don't care if she was making millions of dollars, she was running a scam. If my baby's in that house and they benefiting, I don't give a fuck. I couldn't care less. Do you, boo? Please just don't get caught. Don't go to, it ain't worth it. I told her that it ain't worth it going to jail. I got you. But if I ain't got her, how the fuck you gonna fix your lips to be jealous of that shit or to critique that? The reason she's on food stamps is because of you. She is literally on food stamps because of the failures of the man. That's what I need for y'all to understand. If your woman is on food stamps and you have a child with that woman and you aren't with that woman, it is literally directly connected to you, without a doubt. Without a doubt. So for you to be putting a person in that position while simultaneously be jealous of that person, wicked work. And it really shows that ultimately men just want to control women and they want to punish women. That's what it really was. That's where it stemmed from. And it sucks that it takes men to be in to actually have to suffer the same thing, the same fates as women, for us to finally realize, damn, they got a fucking point. Only thing I hope for now moving forward is that you realize that everything that woman been telling you is true, not just this one thing. That's going to be the real test. That's the real testimony. That's going to be the real test right there. Are you going to, moving forward, validate everything she's saying moving forward, are you going to have to go through like every single fucking thing she has gone through for you to finally be like, okay, you got a point? Or are you going to start to be more receptive? Because if she was telling the truth about this, she's probably telling the truth about everything else, right?